What's going on, guys? Bobby with Consumer Time Capsule, back with another review for you here. And today we're coming to you from the Capsule, and we're talking about Taco Bell, but we're only talking about Taco Bell stuff you can actually buy at grocery stores now. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about their new tortilla chip line. Well, 2/3 of it. There is also an original flavor, but I mean, that's far less interesting. We're going to talk about the hot sauce packet inspired tortilla chips. That's gonna be the mild tortilla chips and the fire tortilla chips. I found these at the Target Cafe, but not in actual Target. I haven't seen them anywhere else. I know that they come in big old bags, like big old Dorito bags, and smaller bags like this. The only place that I've been able to find them so far has been in the Target Cafe. So if you're having a hard time finding these, go to the Target Cafe. They have like the chips underneath, like the ordering counter. Pretty good chance you're gonna find these because I've seen these at several of those. And also brand new on grocery store shelves are these Biggs sunflower seeds that are based off of the Taco Supreme Taco Bell tacos. So I will be pretending that I've had sunflower seeds that I've had to peel myself. So I've been pantomiming in my own mouth how I'm planning on eating these. But if nothing else, I can at least suck the dust off and tell you if you like sunflower seeds, if the flavor is good or not. Nonetheless, let's break right into it. First, if you want to get a nice close shot of that, we have got the mild Taco Bell tortilla chips. So these are going to be based off of the mild sauce, which is a chili pepper and cumin flavor. And, oh, and also, I mean, I guess this is very obvious, so much so that I didn't even bring it up, but they're based off of the hot sauce packet designs. And they each have their own unique phrase. So just because this one said I had so much fun, they don't all say that. They say other things. So find a phrase that you like and don't just pick it because the bag looks better than the others like I did. Ooh, man, that smells good. Wow. This smells really good, guys. It actually reminds me a lot of the old Doritos like the Taco Bell Taco Supreme flavor. So an old flavor like in the 90s and I guess the early 2000s, Doritos had the Taco Supreme flavor of Doritos that really smelled a whole heck of a lot like this, and I guess we'll see if they taste much like it. These chips are much smaller than a normal Doritos, and they are rounded, very similar in size and in texture to the tacos that they use for all their nachos at Taco Bell. Maybe exactly the same, but a little bit harder. You can just tell. Very similar texture. It's got a great flavor. Why don't you try some, man? And it's really not spicy. It's got a good flavor. I mean, the flavor is strong, but the spice is not. Get a little bit of chili pepper undertones, but nothing major. It's good. It tastes like a powdery Taco Bell coating. And it's different. Like, it's different from a Dorito. You know, it has a different texture.
It's a little more stale.
It is, yeah. I don't think it's better, but it is definitely different. Let's just bring up while I'm opening up the fire here, you can get a closer shot. I did find it interesting that Taco Bell is competing directly with Doritos by having their own line of tortilla chips when, you know, they have such a successful partnership together with the Doritos Locos Tacos. You know, it seems weird that they would come to market with their own competing chip. These are real dark. These are gonna bring the fire. So the fire flavor, I guess, is like jalapeno, chili pepper, and paprika. So we're gonna see if You know, the weird thing is it actually doesn't smell as strong as the mild. The mild has a much more pronounced scent, but this is all about that color. Here, let me get one that's nice and straight for you. Look at that. That one looks angry. There is not a spot on this chip left to put any more dust. There just isn't. You know, one thing I left out with the mild sauce is I actually have had mild sauce so few times that I don't even know if it really tastes like the sauce, but I assume it does. I have had the fire sauce a lot, and this kind of nails it. It really does taste like it. Here, you want to try some? Once again, that chip base is not as pleasant as a Dorito. Like the Dorito chip just, it nails texture. Mm. It's the gold standard of that tortilla chip texture. But if you like getting nachos at Taco Bell, I think it's the same chip, honestly. What's different?
A little staler, I think.
A little staler? I don't know. I mean, hell, it says best by January 10th, 2019. So, I mean...
That's fiery.
It is. It's got some heat in these chips. There is not a chip in this bag that has 1 milli-inch of space that was not covered in hot sauce. This is not like... Sometimes you get a Dorito that's just like super covered with stuff, and sometimes you get one that barely has any dust on it. This thing is 50% dust, 50% chip. And the hot sauce is good there. I mean, it just is the fire sauce. I keep calling it a hot sauce. The fire sauce is really good there. So I get no problem with the flavor of the chip. It's actually very good. But that is nothing but an appetizer for probably the most interesting thing that we're covering here today. Big's sunflower seeds. I mean, is Big's, is that like, that's not the big sunflowers, right? David sunflower seeds. I mean, they formed a real big partnership here. I mean, I'm proud of these guys. It smells like 90% sunflower seed and 10% like spice, and you really can't detect that these things are spiced up. You want to take a handful of these while you're up here, man? All right, let's see if I'm capable of doing this.
Put them in a bird feeder.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Sorry, guys. I wish they would have done the pre-dismembered sunflower seeds. I am kind of figuring it out, though. There is nothing distinctly Taco Bell about this whatsoever. What are you pointing at?
Did you need a trash can?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't throw them in the cup. Yeah, good call. Oh, man. That's a lot of work. You really earn your snack here. Especially now that they're out of my mouth, actually that taco seasoning is kind of coming through. There's nothing that's distinctly Taco Bell about it. But definitely it has a taco kind of flavor. And, you know, I think it's a great idea. I mean, look, if Taco Bell is going to start putting their name on everything, this is a very unique, like, this is a guaranteed impulse buy from anybody, excuse me, who's open to eating sunflower seeds. So, you know, I think that they're good. The flavor, really, it disappears very quickly, for sure. But then it weirdly lingers in your mouth after you spit out the seeds. So It's good. I'll tell you what, we're going to do the capsule countdown first while I have this in my hand because it is getting third place. It's just not, to me, it's just not that satisfying of a snack. I mean, if you like sunflower seeds and you like taco spices, you know, probably worth a buy. If you collect packaging like I do, definitely worth a buy for like $2. So I would go check them out. I haven't really seen them a ton of places yet, but I did see them at Meijer. And so if you have Meijer in your area, definitely check it out. If not, I don't know when or if it will be on your shelves. But, you know, I would say I'm just going to go ahead and give it like a 6 out of 10 because it's got a decent flavor. And I imagine that if you like sunflower seeds, you know, you'll probably enjoy snacking on these things. Second place is going to go to the mild chips. The mild chips, you know, like I said, I assume it tastes like the hot sauce, but, you know, the fire ones just kind of outshined it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and give these a 7 out of 10. They're solid. The chip base is not as good as a Dorito, but still not too bad. Definitely worth trying out. I would say first place, though, is going to go to these fire tortilla chips. Really good flavor and does a great job of mimicking my favorite sauce at Taco Bell. So I'm going to give the fire I'm going to give it a 7.5. I mean, it has the same drawbacks as the other chip in that the chip base is just not quite as good as a Dorito. But it's got that big advantage over a Dorito, which is you can grab any chip out of the bag and it is bright, 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 bright red. Gimmick grades. Tortilla chips. Pretty interesting. But the best part is definitely the design of the bag. It's a 9.5 out of 10, almost exclusively because of how amazing these bags look. I love them. Just an amazing job. Taco Bell should be commended for how amazing these bags look. Sunflower seeds, I'm going to go ahead and give this, I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10 too, because you know, it's not quite as good because the execution wasn't quite as good, but it's pretty darn close. Throw in Taco Bell seasoning on some sunflower seeds, I think is a great idea. And so for that, I'll give them some credit with an 8.5. So go out and check these out. If you've had a chance to try them, leave me a comment. Please subscribe on YouTube to Consumer Time Capsule. We're really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers right now. And also follow me on Twitter for daily commercial uploads there as well. That's the place for 15-second or less commercials. And YouTube will remain the home of the 30-second or more 80s and 90s commercials that I upload every single day. And anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you get a chance to check out some of these new Taco Bell grocery store offerings. Until next time, I will miss you until I see you. Very good.